In today's video, we are going to be breaking down one of my favorite all-time basketball players. His name is Vince Carter. He was known for throwing down some amazing dunks, and today we are going to analyze his basketball shooting form. Let's get down and let's check out Vince Carter. So this was a game-winning shot way back in the day when he used to play for the Toronto Raptors. And what we can see here is that his gather is between his knees and his hips. From there, what we see is we want to really focus on his feet, and his feet show us that they are both pointed roughly towards the rim. His right knee, however, does slightly come in, but not that much. What we also do see is that his hips and his shoulders, as well as his left knee, those left side of his body is slightly tilted back or slightly turned back. Now, some players will find more accuracy when they shoot when their shoulders, hips, and also knees are square towards the basket, but this all depends on the player, and it also depends on what other parts of your body are doing. So, for example, one major aspect is the fact that he shoots with his right elbow slightly out from underneath that ball. He also has that elbow higher than some players and has his set point above his right forehead. When we want to focus on a player's ability to have a consistent shot, some of the things that we do look at is his elbow. And when we look at his elbow from his gather up to his set point, he only slightly bends it, and it's a rhythm shot for him, which means that he tends to make the exact same motion every single time he goes up for a shot. Now, because the fact that his elbow is out away from underneath that ball, and the fact that he does bring that ball back a bit farther over his head than some other players, tells me that this is the reason why he brings his left side of his body back. Now, the reason why players would be better not being square towards the basket is if they are unable to bring that elbow underneath that ball. By now having the right side of the body closer towards the rim, it allows you to be squared up towards the basket. And what I mean by squared up, I shouldn't have used that term. What I should say is in line. Shoulder is in line with the elbow to the basket. We also have now, because of the body tilting towards the left, that the ball is now underneath the elbow, above the elbow, and because of that, this is going to be making what I call the triangle. And what I mean by the triangle is, this is a blurry photo, or video, but again, this is old school basketball. The ball is then in line with the elbow to the rim. The elbow is also in line with the shoulder to the rim. This is the triangle. Now, from the triangle, this is the major part. If you are unable to get that ball above the elbow, and I don't mean in plane where it would be up here and in line, I don't mean that, I mean literally above the elbow in line with the basket, you need to get your body to conform to making that triangle, in my opinion. Now, if you can make that triangle where the shoulder is in line with the elbow and the elbow is in line with the ball to the rim, that is essentially your aim. And you need to conform your body so that you can make that perfect triangle. This is my own personal opinion again. This is why some players will shoot better, for example, like Goran Dragic, having a shoulder slightly back versus their other side. When he does shoot, however, his elbow is above his forehead. Elbow above his forehead, which will give the ball a lot of arc towards the rim. We also notice that he has a hard flick. So there's a couple of different ways that you can flick your wrist. So you can have the hard flick like Michael Jordan, and in this case, like Vince Carter. That's going to give you more rotation on that ball. Rotation is going to allow that ball to hit the rim softer. A soft release is something like Steph Curry, who will not have a hard release like this, but instead it's going to be soft and curved. What that's going to do is it does take away some of your rotation, but it does give you generally more arc. Some players will try to have a mix between the two, while others find a lot of success with that hard flick. We also, because we do not see the palm facing forward, know that he does not shoot with a thumb flick. And because of the fact that he is able to get that triangle in line with the basket by having his body tilt slightly back on the left side, we are now knowing that if he was to have a thumb flick, that would really hinder the ball's ability to get to the rim. A thumb flick could do a few different things. Of course, it could be beneficial in cases of Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving, but it could be also a hindrance in what we see with some younger players, where it could take away the ability to have rotation on the ball and even arc on the ball. You also want to be prepared for your shot. So when you want to prepare for your shot, when you're going up for that shot, when you're looking to then shoot the ball, look at this. Before he even takes his last step, he is looking at that rim, knowing where he is going to be aiming for. This is all in rhythm. He then dips down with his knees, he's on his toes, and then he's able to go up into his shot. There, even though this is a 2-point shot where he freezes slightly at his set point instead of it being a 1-set shot, or a 1-point shot, what I call it, you really want to be in rhythm, doing the exact same motions every single time, and that's what's going to make you a very good shooter in basketball. Now, whether you want to jump like Vince Carter or just want to be able to shoot the basketball further, vertical jump training is extremely important. Make sure to go check out my vertical jump training book down in the description below. Anyways, I hope that this video has helped you become a better shooter in basketball. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.